Welcome, thrill seekers, to a world of spine-chilling tales and hair-raising adventures. Gather around for a frightful journey into the unknown as we delve deep into the realm of scary stories. Buckle up, hold on tight, and get ready to experience a rush of terror like never before. The old hotel on the edge of town had been abandoned for years, but that didn't stop the rumors from spreading. It was said that the hotel was haunted by the ghosts of those who had died there, and that their restless spirits still roamed the halls. One night, a group of friends decided to explore the hotel and uncover its secrets. They were fascinated by the idea of ghosts and the paranormal, and they hoped to catch a glimpse of the supernatural. As they entered the hotel, they could feel the weight of the building's history. The walls were covered in peeling wallpaper, and the air was thick with the scent of mildew and decay. But they pressed on, eager to see what lay ahead. The first floor was empty, save for a few pieces of furniture covered in dust and cobwebs. The friends climbed the stairs to the second floor, where they found a hallway lined with doors. They began to explore, opening the doors one by one. The first room was empty, but the second held a shocking surprise. A ghostly figure appeared before them, floating in midair. It let out a blood-curdling scream, and the friends ran for the door, slamming it shut behind them. As they continued their exploration, they discovered that the hotel had once been used as a hospital for the mentally ill. The rooms were small and cramped, and the walls were covered in strange symbols and drawings. It was clear that something sinister had happened in this place. But the most disturbing discovery was yet to come. As they reached the top floor of the hotel, they found a locked door. They tried the handle, but it wouldn't budge. They were about to give up when they noticed a small keyhole on the door. One of the friends produced a set of lockpicks, and they went to work on the lock. After a few tense minutes, they heard a click, and the door swung open. What they found inside was beyond their worst nightmares. The room was filled with torture devices, chains, and restraints. The walls were covered in blood, and the air was thick with the scent of death. It was clear that this room had been used to torture and kill the patients of the hospital. The friends stood frozen in horror, unable to believe what they were seeing. As they turned to leave, they heard a faint whisper behind them. They turned around, but no one was there. Suddenly, the room grew cold, and the air was filled with a faint mist. The friends knew it was time to leave. They ran down the stairs, but as they reached the first floor, they realized that they were not alone. The ghosts of the patients they had seen in the hotel were now standing before them, their eyes filled with a cold, unfeeling rage. The friends tried to run, but the ghosts were too fast. They cornered them in the lobby of the hotel, where they began to close in. The friends were screaming in terror, but there was no one around to help them. Suddenly, the ghosts stopped in their tracks. They seemed to be listening to something that the friends couldn't hear. And then, as suddenly as they had appeared, they vanished into thin air. The friends were left alone in the hotel, shaken and traumatized by what they had experienced. They knew that they would never be the same again, and that the hotel's sinister secrets would haunt them forever. As the friends left the hotel, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was still following them. They could hear faint whispers and footsteps, even though they were alone on the deserted streets. The more they tried to ignore it, the louder and more persistent the sounds became. One of the friends, a skeptic who had always doubted the existence of ghosts, was now a true believer. He couldn't deny what he had seen and heard in the hotel, and he knew that he would never be the same again. The other friends were equally traumatized, but they tried to put the experience behind them. However, they found that they couldn't escape the nightmares that plagued them every night. They would wake up in cold sweats, reliving the horrors of the haunted hotel. One of the friends even began to experience strange things in his own home. Objects would move on their own, and he would hear strange noises in the middle of the night. He couldn't help but wonder if he had brought something back with him from the hotel. As time went on, the friends slowly began to drift apart. They couldn't bear to be reminded of the horrors they had experienced together. They tried to move on with their lives, but they knew that they could never truly escape the ghosts of the haunted hotel. Years later, the hotel was torn down and replaced with a new building. But the memories of what had happened there remained, and the legend of the haunted hotel lived on. Some say that the ghosts of the patients still haunt the streets of the town, looking for revenge on those who had wronged them. Others say that the hotel was cursed from the start, and that the evil within its walls was too powerful to be contained. No one knows for sure what really happened in the haunted hotel, but those who were there will never forget the terror they experienced. They will always remember the chilling secrets that lurked within its walls, and the unholy forces that still haunt them to this day. As the night draws to a close, we bid farewell to the terrors that haunted us and the spine-tingling tales that kept us on the edge of our seats. Remember, the darkness may linger, but the dawn always brings a new light. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and never stop exploring the mysteries of the unknown.